Yo, once again, it's your boy TL, and you're now tuned into the official channel of TLonthetrack.com. So tonight, I was sitting in my studio mixing down some of my beats that I just made for an upcoming showcase. So I thought, what better chance than talk to the viewers about the difference of mixing versus a master track than tonight. So what we're basically going to do is compare a track that I mixed down in my DAW, compare it to a song that I mastered in my DAW. So after you mix a song, basically is when you're recording the track in your DAW, you're adjusting your faders to bring certain tones higher than others. You're adjusting your faders and things of that nature. So at this point, you got two choices. You can either bounce this mixed track to a audio file such as a wave, and you can export it, burn it to a CD, or at that point, you can use a plugin such as the Ozone by Izotope to master your track in your DAW and then do an export. So today I'm going to do just a brief tutorial that you guys hear the difference in the audio between a mixed track and a master track, because I know all of you have made the cardinal rule of mistake to think that the song that you made in your DAW is stage ready, studio album ready, and then you go try to sell off your beat and somebody's like, man, trash, I can't do it. We've all been there. I've been there. I'm not above it. So just briefly, we're going to talk on the difference between a mixed track versus a master track before you bounce it out of your DAW. And like always, if you got questions, hit me up at contact@TLonthetrack.com, or you can hit me up at sales@TLonthetrack.com. Today, the DAW I'm going to be using and demoing is Pro Tools, and the mastering suite that I'm going to be using is Izotope's Ozone. So this is generally the interface that you see on most DAWs. This is your mixing board. So each one of these is a track that I recorded that contributes to part of my sound. As you can see, all of these faders that you use equate to the volume that your master output channel displays. Typically, a good mix, you want to keep your levels below -3, definitely never at max 0, which is almost where you want to be when you're mastering. So for a good mix, most mastering engineers are going to ask you to give them a track with some headroom. That's what you call the difference between the yellow zone and the red zone on your dB meter here. Typically, me, when I'm mastering tracks, I like to ask for people to give me the tracks between -3 and -6 dB, and allow me to do my work with the headroom that they give me. So just briefly, I just want to show you guys the mixing interface. And like I said, this is the difference between a mixed track and a master track. That's all we're talking about today. So when you're mixing tracks, you're playing with your faders, you're adjusting the sound to give you an even layer of sound. So now that we got that out of the way, what I'm going to do is open up a session in Pro Tools that I've recently been working on the mastering for one of the beats for the showcase, entitled The Business. So here I've mixed down this track and I've exported it, basically bounced it like we talked about earlier to a wave file. I've called the track in. I've set the tempo here, and on my master track, as you can see, I have a plugin. This is the Izotope Ozone plugin I described earlier that I'm going to be using to master the track with. So basically, as an audio sample, I'm going to basically let you guys hear what this track sounds like with the plugin disabled. So here's a brief sound of that. Alright, so that's how it sounds, just straight out of mix, no additional plugins. So now I'm going to enable the Izotope plugin and let you guys hear how it sounds now that I've played with EQ settings. So basically, the first level of mastering is your EQ. So all of these waves, as you can see, are the frequencies that I had to adjust. This is for my bass line. This was for my kick. This was for my my bridge outro. Had a little swishing air gush going on in the beat. And then over here, I started adjusting some of my highs on my channels, my cymbals, you know, my high end stuff. So I'm gonna let you guys hear it now that I've got the plug-in. I've actually applied some EQs to it. You guys can hear it and be the judge of the difference. Alright, so basically what we just did, you had a comparison of the mixed track versus the mastering track. And like I said, Ozone comes with a lot of cool preset plugins that you can use depending on what kind of genre of music you're doing. So for a brief second, I give you an overview of, you know, some of the presets that you got to choose from here. So if you go into Ozone 5, the preset button, you basically have all these levels of different plugins you want to do. So you got 3-band masters, it's already come preset. So if you select one, automatically kind of gives you an EQ to match what you selected. Also, if you're interested in a certain genre, whether it's hip hop, house, jazz, as you can see, all these plugins come with the software. So if you're just new to mastering and you know your song just needs something, but you don't know exactly what kind of flavor you want to give it, these preset plugins are very, very great. And it's very, very helpful. I've learned a lot when I first got to, you know, the software, just playing around with the buttons, learning what each one of these preset does. Also, if you just want to be like me, I like playing with the EQs by myself. Just listen to the track a couple of times to let my ear be the judge of what my tracks need. Here is your equalizer plugins. You can control up to 7 different plugins of mastering individually. So you have the equalizer you can turn on and off. Right now the track is on, we're using it. You have a reverb, harmonic decider, the pulse equalizer, stereo imaging, dynamics, and your maximizer, which basically you get to limit your sound. You can do brick wall limitations, you can do 3 dB gain for mixing. This is what you typically want to use when you're passing the beat over to another recording artist who's basically going to record over your master track, and then another mastering engineer, whether it be, you know, yourself or somebody else, is going to basically master your track, bring it up to the peak of 0 dB. So like I said, tonight was just a brief overview of mastering, what you can do inside of your DAW, and how you can take your beat to the next level just by using a simple plugin, taking some time out just to master your track. I hope you guys found this video to be very helpful. If you have any questions, again, you can contact me at contact@TLonthetrack.com. sales@TLonthetrack.com. You also can follow me on Twitter @TLonthetrack, and Facebook you can like my page, TL on the Track.